Up until about 2002, I worked with developmentally disabled individuals and I worked with Alzheimer's and dementia people. And I had a lovely home at the time and I was very stable and very secure. I was actually attending college at the same time, doing really well. I got diagnosed with cancer in 2002, and after that my health just seemed to get worse and worse and worse, and I actually had to give my twin boys up for adoption when they were like 7 years old because I couldn't care for them anymore. I lost everything, and so that's when I became homeless.
The Road Home's mission is to help people step out of homelessness and back into the community. So all of our programs, from emergency shelter all the way through to permanent housing, are all focused on helping individuals and families reestablish themselves in the community in a home that works for them, where they can stay for the long term.
The Road Home helped where friends and family couldn't, on getting you back on your feet.
I usually see relief from the clients when they come in here because they feel as if they've been running from place to place and getting different answers from different people, or they don't quite know how to navigate the system. And so when they come here, we usually can give them an answer.
Now we're doing it with this Housing First model where we're putting them in the house first. We're addressing their most acute problem. At that very moment, we put a roof over their head, and then it's that much easier to address things like mental illness or substance abuse or helping somebody find a job or something like that.
It was only the Road Home that stepped up and said, look, if you can do this for us, we can help you. We can help you get a place. And at first I was really skeptical. I didn't think that it was really going to happen, you know. I just figured, well, they just want me to stay at the shelter and behave myself, because I really needed to behave myself anyway. And that was the best decision I ever made, because it resulted in having a beautiful home, a place to feel safe.
Palmer Court is a key integral part of our housing program. Palmer Court is managed by the Road Home, provides us an opportunity to have permanent supportive housing facility that we operate, and we provide supportive services and case management for, and are really able to target chronically homeless individuals and families who have been at the shelter for a long time. Get those individuals who have been on the streets and in shelter for years into their own permanent supportive housing setting.
We decided to go up to the shelter, and we did. You know, that really made me feel the worst, was him seeing it, you know, thinking, every day that's his home, you know, that's where we're at. It was for him, so we went back, and it was worth it. See him right now, see him smile, it was cool.
Over the past few years, we've had an 87% success rate in our housing program for families. Families who come to us in need of housing, move out into the community, and stay housed and never come back to emergency shelter.
It costs less money to put somebody in an apartment for a month than it does to shelter them for a month. So not only are we seeing better results with addressing issues post-housing like substance abuse and mental illness, but we're saving money while we're doing it.
You change when you're in the Road Home a lot, you know, I mean, a lot of people don't want to go there, you know, because it's degrading, or, you know, I've had people say, what kind of mother are you to take your child there? I'm like, well, I think I'm a pretty good mom, because I'm not living on the street, I'm not dragging around, you know, doing things I shouldn't do, you know. I'm stable, I feel stable, you know, but if I didn't have that place or on housing like that, I would not be stable.
I know a lot of other people in the programs that are so grateful for the opportunity to have housing and to be independent, or at least semi-independent.
I think one of the reasons why the Road Home is so successful and is seen as a solid organization, and an organization that funders want to work with and partners want to work with, is because we are very fiscally responsible. We want to make sure that we spend funds in the most effective way possible, that we are able to help as many individuals and families with the funding that we get as possible. When you see individuals over the holidays, kids coming into the shelter with their piggy banks, dropping off money that they saved to help us in our programs, you want to make sure you spend that money correctly.
I feel like the first time in many, many years, a sense of relief. Complete and total relief. It's like no more struggle. I don't have to go out there and worry about where am I going to stay that night, or wander aimlessly and cry and cry and cry like I had before. And having a home to me means now I have a hope. I have a whole new life.
I think the road home is sometimes the last place that people want to go, and it's the place of last resort. But when individuals and families come to us, our staff just enfold them with support and a support network that immediately brings hope to individuals and families, and hope to get back into the community, hope that they can have stable housing and that they're not going to be in this crisis situation forever. I think what we do is really give people that opportunity to think that they can move out of that situation that was so desperate, and really help them get integrated back into the community and back into their own lives. It's very inspiring to just see each individual working so hard to overcome the barriers that led them into homelessness.